Hello everyone. So today we will be discussing another topic of the chapter Forests Our Lifeline. So what we are going to learn today is children. Today we will be learning about the importance of forests in our daily life. This is your very important topic from this chapter. Okay, so let's proceed. Now, forest every day they provide us with large number of products which we use in our daily life, right? Now, forests they also have a profound effect on air quality, water supply, then soil maintenance and climate. Due to this, the forests they are called as our lifeline. Okay, so what are the importance of forest? Now we will be describing in details. Number one, forest it provides us many useful products. Okay, now every day we are using a large number of products, isn't it? So most of these products they are coming from our forest. Okay, so some of the important product which we get from the forest are, what are they? Like wood, honey, then gum, sealing wax, fruits, oils, natural rubber, medicinal plant, fodder for cattle, etc. Okay, now the most important product which is obtained from the forest is wood. Okay, how come this wood is obtained? This is obtained by cutting down the forest trees. Now the wood which is obtained from forest they are used for a large number of purposes in our daily life. Okay, for example, the wood it is mainly used as a fuel in many household, as a source of heat for cooking food. Then wood it is used for making a large number of wooden items such as you can say furniture, that is table, chair, sofa. Then you can say doors and windows of houses and other buildings, plywoods, then boxes, matchsticks, papers and many other thing. Okay, and paper they are used for printing the newspaper, magazines and books, and for making notebook, etc. Okay, and the use of medicinal plant, all of you know what is the importance of medicinal plant in our everyday life. Then oils, honey it is also a very useful product that we get from the forest. Okay, next is what? Forest it maintains the balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen in atmosphere. That is, it maintains the oxygen cycle in our atmosphere. Now, the human beings and the other animals they give out carbon dioxide during respiration that goes into atmosphere. Right now, the process of burning fuels at homes, transport, in industries, they also releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Okay, now the green plants and trees of the forest they absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere for the process of food making, because you all know in the process of photosynthesis carbon dioxide it is a major important ingredient. Okay, so in this way the plant they reduce the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. On the other hand, as a byproduct of photosynthesis, the plant they release oxygen, okay, during photosynthesis. Now forests they are the major suppliers of oxygen that are needed by humans and other animals for breathing and respiration, right? Since green plants and trees of forests they supply oxygen for breathing and respiration, therefore forests they are known as green lungs. Okay, thus forests remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and put oxygen into the atmosphere. By doing this, forests they maintain the balance of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the atmosphere. Okay, next is what? Next is forest helps in maintaining water cycle in nature. Point number 3. Now it plays a major role in maintaining the water cycle in nature. How come? Now the forest trees, okay, what happens? They suck the water from the soil through their root, and then they release water vapor into the air through the process of transpiration. All of you know what is transpiration? The process of loss of water from the surface of the plant is called what? Transpiration. Okay, now these water vapor which is released as a result of transpiration, it helps in the formation of clouds and bring rain to the earth. Okay, so forest it is responsible for bringing sufficient rainfall on earth. In fact, about half the rain which falls in the forest areas comes from transpiration of forest trees themselves. Okay, in this way the forest it helps in maintaining a perfect water cycle in nature and meet our fresh water requirements. Okay, now cutting down of the forest trees, or you can say deforestation, it leads to the decrease in rainfall. Why? because when there are lesser number of trees in the forest, then what will happen? Less water is given off as water vapor to the atmosphere through transpiration, due to which less rainfall occurs, and because of this lesser rainfall, less number of new trees grow in the forest. Okay, so this process is repeated, and the area which was once a thick forest can ultimately become a desert having no vegetation at all if there is continuous destruction of forest. Okay, next one is forest prevents the soil erosion. Soil erosion, all of you know, you all have read in the chapter soil. What is soil erosion? The removal of fertile topsoil from a region by wind, rain or river water is called what? Soil erosion. Okay, now soil erosion, it occurs in those areas of land which are not covered by vegetation. Okay, that means where there is no trees and plants. How come? Now, the roots of trees and plants growing in the forest, it binds the particles of topsoil and hold the soil together firmly. Right? Now, due to this binding of soil particles, the strong winds and flowing rainwater are not able to carry away the topsoil, and hence the soil erosion is prevented. Okay, the rainwater falling in the forest, first it hits the cover of the trees, that is a canopy, and then the various other layers of vegetation just below the canopy, and then it gets slowed down. Okay, so due to the presence of tree cover, okay, and many layers of vegetation, the rain does not hit the forest floor very hard. Okay, so the cover of trees and many other layers of vegetation in the forest softens the effect of heavy rains on the soil, due to which the soil does not become loose, and hence soil erosion is prevented. Okay, now the cutting down of the forest, it leads to the soil erosion. Why? Because all of you know that in the absence of trees and plants, there are no roots which can bind the soil particles together and can prevent them from being carried away by strong winds or heavy rains. Okay, this leads to what? This leads to soil erosion. Right? Now, the next point is forest prevents the occurrence of flood. Okay, now the forest floor, all of you know, the lowest layer of the forest vegetation is the forest floor. Now this forest floor, it is covered with a lot of decaying material, okay, that is being decayed by the decomposer. Okay, and small vegetation, due to which it behaves like a giant sponge. Okay, and it absorbs most of the rainwater which falls down during the heavy rain. Okay, now the root of the trees and plants in the forest, it helps in rainwater seep into the forest ground and raise the water table. Right, now this forest, it release this absorbed water slowly and steadily into the rivers through the soil. Okay, so by holding back the rainwater and then releasing it slowly into the rivers, the forest, it prevent the occurrence of flood in rivers. In this way, forest not only helps in controlling the flood, but they also help in maintaining the flow of water in the rivers throughout the year. Right, now if the forest trees are being cut down, then in absence of trees and plants of the forest, the excessive amount of rainwater falling during the heavy rains cannot be absorbed into the forest ground, as because there will be a no layer of sponge, there will be less number of decayed material. Okay, now a large amount of rainwater, then suddenly it will flow into river, causing the flood of river. Okay, thus cutting down of increasing number of forest trees leads to the sudden flood in rivers, which can cause a great loss of life and property in the nearby areas. Next point is what? Forest, it provides food and shelter to wild animals and birds. Okay, now you all know forest acts as a habitat for large number of animals and birds in the forest. Okay, now the animals which live in the forest, they are called wild animal. Okay, now the different layers of vegetation which are present in the forest, starting from canopy to the forest floor, okay, it provide food and shelter to the animals, birds, insects, etc. Now the animals in the forest, okay, they are herbivores as well as carnivores. Okay, so the forest, it provides leaves, flowers, fruits, seeds, nuts and barks of the trees as food for various herbivores animal. They feed upon the shrub, mostly the shrub, as because they come into their level. Okay, now the carnivorous animal, they hunt and eat the herbivores for food. Okay, now the dense bushes, tall grasses, and thick trees, it provides the forest animals with shelter and also protect the herbivorous animal from carnivorous animal in the forest. Like a deer being followed by a tiger can disappear into dense bushes in the forest and save itself from being killed by the tiger. Okay. Now the forest, it provides a natural habitat to large variety of animals and birds. Okay, now the cutting down of the forest or deforestation, it can lead to the destruction of natural habitat of wild animals and birds. Okay, so in the absence of forest, the wild animals and birds, they do not get food and shelter, so either they die or they get killed. Okay, so thus cutting down of forests, it leads to the loss of many species of animals and birds. Okay, next point is forest provides food and shelter to the forest dwelling people. Now, many tribal people of our country, they live in forest. Okay. Now, the people who live in forest depend mostly on the forest for all their needs. Okay. Forest provides the people with food, shelter, water, medicines, etc. Okay. Now, the people living in the forest make their shelter from the material which are available in the forest. That is with the timber which is available in the forest. Okay. Now the people living in the forest, they have traditional knowledge about many medicinal plant found in the forest. Okay, so forest, there you can say they are lifeline for the forest dwelling tribal peoples. Okay, now the cutting down of forest or this deforestation, it is driving out many population of the people who have been living in forest for centuries. Okay, and it is also leading to the loss of traditionally harvested forest products, such as you can say firewoods, fruits, honey, then sealing wax, okay, herbs, fodders, etc., which are supplied the by the tribal people according to the need. Okay, so based on today's discussion, what we can sum up the importance of the forest, we can sum up as: number one, forest, it provides us many useful products, such as I said you, like firewood, timber, honey, fruit, medicinal plants, etc. Number two, forest, it provides us oxygen. Thus forests maintain the balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen in the atmosphere by absorbing oxygen and giving out by absorbing carbon dioxide and giving out oxygen. Okay, number three, forest, it helps in maintaining water cycle in nature, and thus it brings sufficient rain. Okay, by the process of what? By the process of transpiration. Okay, forest, it prevents soil erosion and floods, and it helps in the conservation of soil. Then forest, it provides as a natural habitat to wild animals and birds by giving them food and shelter, and thus it helps in the conservation of wildlife. Then forest, it provides food, shelter, water and medicine to the forest dwelling people. And last but not the least, forest, it helps in cleaning air and purifying water. So this is all about your today's lesson. In our next class, we will be discussing about deforestation and what are the effects of destruction of forest and how we can conserve forest. Okay, so thank you everyone.